Good day everyone. Today I'm going to report about 6.5 survey statement. Introduction. Survey statement can take many different forms, including close-ended questions with fixed response options, open-ended questions that allow for free-form responses, unlike skill question that asks for respondents to rate their level of agreement or disagreement with the statement. So, in doing survey statement, we have different ways to do, which is close-ended question or open-ended questions, or like it's curl question that asks the respondent to read their answer. So for example, in rating the answer, just like 1 to 5, 5 is the highest and 1 is the lowest. So then when creating survey statement, researchers must be careful to use clear and unambiguous language that is appropriate for the audience being surveyed. They must also consider the format of the survey and how the statement will be presented to respondents. So, for example, survey statement may be presented on paper, then online or via other electronic means, and the presentation format may affect how respondents interpret and respond to the statement. So, overall, survey statements are a critical component of survey research, and careful attention should be paid to their design and presentation in order to ensure that they yield accurate and reliable data. Next slide is statements should all be positive. So this allows the respondent to complete the survey quickly if they wish. They do not have to read each statement carefully. If they generally agree with the concept presented, they do not have to move their cursor or frame much between the statement to register a strongly positive or strongly negative response. There is nothing to begin by making the statements highly complex or buying the statement between positive and negative. There, this later approach generally annoys respondents with the results that some bias might creep into this response. They could accidentally miss the negative in the sentence and so record a vote which is diametrically opposed to the view they wish to express. So, in doing survey statements, not just um, all be positive your respondents. Based on my research, we need to have a mix of positive and negative survey statements, so because it helps to obtain a more accurate and comprehensive understanding of the topic being studied. So overall, including negative survey statement can help to improve the validity and reliability of the survey. If all the survey statements are positive, respondents may feel pressure to provide positive responses even if they do not truly reflect their experience or opinion. So, including negative statements can help to reduce this bias and ensure that respondents are providing honest and accurate feedback. So, next examples. This is a poor statement. I don't feel well most of the time. This is the better statement. I feel well most of the time. The second one example is the design of the electrical circuits in this project is effective and efficient. The third one is the electrical systems in this facility are well maintained and reliable. And the last one is I am satisfied with the electrical performance of the devices and equipments in this project. So statements must be short. So survey must contain concise statement without lengthy explanation. In addition, The number of questions must be small. Commonly, survey designers should aim to restrict the survey to a maximum of 20 items presented for comments. Surveys are more effective when they can be completed by most people in less than 5 minutes. There is a significant temptation for survey designers to ask a very large numbers of questions. So, while minimizing the risk of omitting important information which might be useful in addressing the research questions, and other as yet undefined research questions. The survey designer must consider the quality of the responses gained from a long, complex survey. As the ethics approval is only given for a specific project aimed at answering a particular research questions. So it is unethical to seek more information about participants than in needing to answer this specific research question. Next is statement must use clear language. So the statements in a survey should not be complex. The use of acronyms and idiomatic phrases and slang words must be avoided. The respondents might understand the statement and consequently give misleading responses. The use of double negatives and unusual phrasing must be avoided. Next, a survey statement example. So this is a first statement. Hydraulic oil should not be used as a lubricant in electric motors unless well insulated. So this is a better statement. Provided that the motor wiring is well insulated. Hydraulic oil is a good lubricant in electric motors. Then the second example is this is a power statement. The AM radiation scattered by an RFID antenna is a measure of efficiency. So this is the better statement. An efficient antenna will strongly scatter electromagnetic waves. So this is the power statement. The university does not do a bad job in keeping us informed about workplace health and safety issues. So as you can see, there is a double negative of this statement. So the better statement of this is the university does a good job in keeping us informed about workplace health and safety issue. Statement should not attempt to trick the respondent. So survey designers should not seek the same information more than once using a number of statements which contain different phrases or negative and positive statement to check the authenticity of the responses. So, trying to trick the respondents has a number of negative effects. It can frustrate the participants. They can lead to poor quality feedback from the survey. It makes data analysis extremely difficult. If the answer are contradictory, which answer do you choose? If there is a contradiction, it might be necessary to discard the survey responses to this statement. So, next slide is the example of statement should not attempt to trick the respondents. First one is, how satisfied are you with the quality of the electric work done in your home? And second one is on a scale of 1 to 5, how confident are you in your ability to troubleshoot electrical problems? Have you ever received electrical safety training in your workplace? The next slide is statement should not have multiple things. So if two concepts are used in the same statement, then it is possible for the respondents to choose a single responses. So, double statements, how how would you score the following statements? I am satisfied with the ventilation of the lighting environments. So, If there is a problem with the lighting but not the ventilation, then the respondents cannot convey this information by a single score. So a better set of statements is I am satisfied with the ventilation in the building, and I am satisfied with the lighting in the building. So in statement should not have multiple things. It is still important to ensure that survey statements are focused on a single theme or topic. So this is because as in any survey research, statements that address multiple themes can lead to confusion and difficulties in interpreting the responses. So next slides. This is the example of statement should not have multiple themes. The first one is this is the first statement. How satisfied are you with the quality and price of electrical components you purchase from our company? So as you can see, there is multi two themes on this statement, which is quality and price. But this is the better statement. How satisfied are you with the quality of the of electrical components you purchase from our company? Then next slide. Statement should not direct your feelings onto the respondent. So it is a relatively simple matter to direct the survey statements in such a manner that the responses that are sought or expected are returned by the participants. The use of emotive words and description must be avoided. So directing the respondent's feelings using emotive language. This, for example, the poor statement. Many people felt ill as soon as they walk into the building. So the statement project the feelings of the research team. So this is the better statement. People enjoy working in this building. Next slide is comparative statement should not be used. So without a knowledge of the past experience of others, the survey might not determine absolute views from the respondents of comparative statements are used. So example of comparison statement. This is the for statement. This is this work environment is just as good as the place where I have worked. So there is a comparison statement. A person who has not worked elsewhere cannot be respond. So the better statement of this is I am happy with this work environment. And that's all. Thank you.